In October 2011, approximately 5 years ago, Samsung gave birth to a new era of devices, the phablets. The first Galaxy Note came out in October 29, 2011. The Android-based device was always aiming to be a high-end smartphone with special features such as multitasking, note-taking, and an exclusive stylus add-on. All of this came inside a beefed-up, highly spec'd smartphone with a huge screen. The first Samsung Galaxy Note sold over 50 million units in its first year. 5 years later, we are looking at a completely different, a completely new device, but with the same idea of having a high-end body, the Note 7. Samsung has always had a great reputation when it came to their devices, so what went wrong?
Bowing in front of a press conference, the president of Samsung's mobile division, Ko Dong-jin, apologized for the first mass recall the tech giant has ever had to make for its mobile devices.
We received several reports of battery explosions on the Galaxy Note 7, and it has been confirmed that it was a problem with the battery cell.
Since the Galaxy Note 7's launch 2 weeks ago, Samsung received 35 handsets which became damaged after exploding while being charged. The fault is said to be a quality control problem in manufacturing rather than a design fault with the battery itself. No injuries have been reported so far, and although Samsung estimates only about 24 in every million phones would be affected, a full global recall has been issued to ensure the safety of its customers.
It's the month of August and Samsung had seemed to have put in their best in their new flagship, the Note 7, with a Snapdragon 820 and an Exynos 8890 alongside 4GB of RAM with 5.7-inch dual-LED Super AMOLED 2560x1440 display. This Android-based device was bound to devastate anything that dared to come near it. Sounds more like a tank than a phone. This phone was designed to make wonders happen in people's palms. Instead, it did the exact opposite. Within days after sales, there were reports of the Note 7 exploding in customers' households, and soon after that, on 12 September 2016, the Galaxy Note was officially recalled from the US by the Consumer Product Safety Commission. People were quickly issued with replacement phones, and Samsung was applauded for being efficient and working with the government to ensure the safety of their customers. However, things were still far from good for Samsung.
At 10 o'clock, up in flames. Look at this. The St. Pete man says his brand new Samsung Galaxy Note 7 phone started a fire that torched his beloved Jeep. There's been a nationwide recall on those devices after dozens have also caught fire. Josh Cassio is live in St. Pete with more on this exclusive story. Josh, that's scary stuff.
Quick, the dash caught on fire. And once it got the dash, the airbags went and started exploding. I had it bored out, 6.4 liter. It wasn't a regular vehicle to me. I mean, I'd done a lot of modifications to it and really enjoyed this vehicle.
As the first combustion report for the replacement phone was registered in October 2016. A person in Kentucky was hospitalized with acute bronchitis due to smoke inhalation after his replacement device caught on fire. So what caused the combustion? Lithium-ion batteries have a liquid swimming around it, which is highly flammable. If the battery short circuits, for instance by puncturing the incredible thin sheet of plastic separating the positive and the negative sides of the battery, the puncture points becomes the path of least resistance for electricity flow. It heats up the flammable liquid electrolyte at the spot. If the liquid heats up quickly enough, the battery can explode. Samsung may have squeezed its battery harder than it should. Samsung's Note 7 battery holds an impressive 3500 mAh despite its slim profile. MIT materials chemistry professor Don Sadoway has a theory that, quotes, Samsung simply pressed the battery so hard the positive and the negative terminals poked right through the separators and managed to touch each other. When plugged into the wall, it helped heat up the electrolyte which triggered the effect. When Samsung was asked, they didn't respond to this theory. Because of all this, Samsung hit a loss of $10 billion and a huge dip in their stocks. But the question would still remain, what now? Now, customers and especially new customers would think twice before buying Samsung, since this news was all over the place. Samsung has lost quite a lot of product reputation, and to gain that back, they need to focus a lot on making non-explosive products, especially the Galaxy S8, which is rumored to get released on this coming February. There were reports of Samsung washing machines and Galaxy Core Primes exploding also, so people might just stay away from Samsung for a while until they get back on their feet. The Note 7 could have been an exceptionally great device if it hadn't had exploded. Hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, you were watching a video about Samsung, and this is That Indian Kid signing out. Subscribe and have a wonderful day.